This air ambulance, along with the police and the fire brigade, saved my life.
The public tell me they are absolutely frustrated by people who break traffic laws.
I think the key point is everyone here today is a small part of a jigsaw, which together we hope saves lives.
Take one step to do something a bit safer.
The only way we're going to change that is through education. And if that takes one driver at a time, then so be it.
It completely boggles my mind, guys, every single day how much this guy over here has learnt since the link up with the D&C Police. Now in today's video, guys, join us behind the scenes with the emergency services to show you what they do when they come to your aid in the event of an RTC. Now alongside Project Edward, Every Day Without a Road Death, and Vision Zero Southwest, who have got it on the top of their minds to eliminate road deaths by 2040, we interview some really influential people within the road safety industry. Now guys, don't worry, GCM's going to stop waffling and we're going to swiftly move on to Alison Hernandez, the Police and Crime Commissioner. Enjoy. This is Alison, the Police and Crime Commissioner. Tell us a little bit about what you do really quickly.
So I'm elected. I'm the person that you vote for if you do vote and you're on the electoral register. I got re-elected in May and I oversee policing and crime across Devon, Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly.
Okay, so I actually know Chris Nelson, who works up in Cheltenham, Gloucestershire area.
Police and Crime Commissioner, yeah.
You say he's a lovely chap as well.
They are all lovely. I've got a whole team across the southwest now.
Well, there we go. I'm meeting new people, which is fantastic. Guys, today we are with Vision Zero, the police, the Devon Somerset Fire Rescue, and also the ambulance service, doing a little bit on road safety. Yeah. Just really quickly, because I understand you're a busy lady, what is your invested interest in road safety and why do you do what you do?
Well, do you know what? One of the biggest things, wherever I go, whatever I do, whatever survey I do, the public tell me they are absolutely frustrated by people who break traffic laws all day, every day. Particularly, you know, using a mobile phone while driving, speeding in their communities, parking.
Yeah.
It's like the biggest bugbear here in Devon and Cornwall.
Yeah, absolutely.
But generally, people are really sad about the level of deaths that are on our roads.
Of course, we all are.
I mean, I was just with a family the other week. Their young son had been killed on the road, hit and run, absolutely horrific.
I heard about that one. That's awful.
I'm really trying to support families, and I don't want more families to go through it. It's horrible.
That's exactly what I'm doing too. Thank you very much for taking some time to speak to us.
That's
Alison,
Project Edward.
It was lovely to meet you. Clearly, she's a very popular lady, guys. She's got to go and do more cool police stuff. But thank you very much for your time. We'll meet you another time. Thank you. I think it's about time we had another policeman on here that's not Owen MPS Messenger.
Guys, this is Owen Savage.
This is Jamie. He is, of course, a colleague of Owen's and someone that does a lot of close work with him. And I thought it was about time that we had a little chat. So obviously what have we got going on here alongside Vision Zero and the rest of the team?
Yeah, so today's Project Edward. So it's a European day of road safety, trying to prevent any deaths from happening on the roads at all.
Yeah,
so it's Tri-Services plus Highways Authority. It's a kind of a staggered event running from here down in Plymouth today, stopping off at Exeter, then up to Taunton, where we're handing over to colleagues at Somerset, where it's going to continue up the road, basically. Some of the vehicles that we've got around, are basically just part of that and trying to spread that message outwards. It's a bit of a carrot and stick. Obviously, we're doing this on the kind of proactive side, and we have got operational vehicles out doing the business side of the house as well.
So you work in traffic with Owen?
Yeah.
Is that road casualty reduction as well?
Yeah, it is. So we all have little pockets of different areas geographically. Owen's a skipper, so he's the sergeant, and so I'm his subservient one. So,
protege, Batman and Robin type thing?
Yeah, well, probably, just less lycra.
What have you got to say in regards to maybe your backstory and your invested interest on keeping people safe?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the police now for nearly 18 years.
Really that long, so almost the same as Owen?
Yeah, and roughly about that. You just do, you just see, unfortunately, when you come across real life horror that potentially can be avoided by making the right decision at the right time or just holding off and doing something a little bit. You know, we've unfortunately been to fatals, been to serious collisions.
Absolutely.
And the trauma of that in realism when someone is dying in and around you, and then how that then affects, the life and spans on, on a wider area in order to the families and to colleagues and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I mean, we've done the enforcement side and we have done, and we continue to do that. But if there's a way that we can try and prevent that from happening by engaging with people, we are who we are. We're a bit Marmite. Some people like us, some people don't. And
you're human at the end of the day, and I think people forget that on the other side of the screen.
For sure. And you know what? It can be that you may have had a bad encounter with someone. It may be that you deserved it. It may be that you didn't deserve it. Who knows?
For sure.
But certainly going ahead, it's trying to engage with people and make them to make the right decision. You're certainly from like the motorbike side of it as well that I deal with. You know, you do get that supercar performance at a budget whereby you can put yourself in slightly different circumstances. And yeah, it's just trying to be around that really. It's trying to prevent those things from happening and the horror. Nobody plans not to come home.
Yes, what Owen always says.
And unfortunately, it does happen, and it happens a lot.
This is James, who actually set up Project Edward. So talk to me about Project Edward really quickly.
I was out running on an autumn evening in 2015, near to my home in mid Wales, and you know, as you do, you get thinkers. I never listen to podcasts or music. I just engage with the countryside and my own thoughts, and it popped into my head, this silly little acronym. Wrote it down and spoke to the people I worked for, who were a big police road safety organisation. They said, oh, that sounds like quite a good idea. We'll see how it goes. So, you know, little acorns, and it's grown, and you know, here we are with the 6th year of Project Edward now, and you can see for yourself how successful it has been, thanks to huge support from emergency services, members of the public, commercial, public organisations. It's great.
Well, you've joined us today with Project Zero, the police, the Devon Somerset Fire Rescue and the ambulance, and it's just great to introduce you to my viewers here, who obviously beforehand might not have known who you are. Guys, it's amazing for me as well to meet people like this. I have an invested interest in road safety. I've had friends be unfortunate on the road when it comes to their lack of prejudgment maybe, and I just think it's super important that we help them try and stay safe on the roads as well. Thank you so much for speaking to me. I know it was brief, you're a busy man.
No, that's fine. All I'd say, just everyone, think for just a second or two. Take one step to do something a bit safer. Just cut the speed back or do some little thing, just think, and it will make a huge difference if we all do it.
I completely agree, and if you've seen this video, guys, show it to your friends and family, maybe people that you think need a little bit of quiet word, maybe they need to hone in on their speeding, slow down, change their brake pads, something that will help keep them safe. Thank you very much. So Mark, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, Mark Trimmer. I'm the Strategic Programme Coordinator for National Highways. And I work on the Driving for Better Business programme.
Fantastic. Owen was mentioning to me earlier off camera a little thing that you're doing with dash cams, providing them to businesses. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, certainly. National Highways and the Office for Police and Crime Commissioner from Devon and Cornwall have purchased a number of dash cams which we are working with local companies and local organisations for them to install in their vehicles, particularly when they're using the A38, because it's been identified there's some issues there with driver behaviour, and these companies, including South West Water, have volunteered to take the dash cams, and then if they identify poor driving behaviour, they can put it onto the OpSnap website, which will then be viewed by Devon and Cornwall Police, and they're really keen, that all of the companies involved, to try and make it safer for themselves and for other road users by installing the dash cams and using the footage to identify poor driver and rider behaviour.
That's fantastic. So guys, we have previously talked about OpSnap. If those of you that don't understand what it is, it's a platform that you can upload content if you believe that you have either witnessed or been involved in something that shouldn't have happened on the road. Now, of course, we will go into further detail on OpSnap later on. However, it's really fantastic you've actually allowed me to talk to you on camera.
Oh, it's great.
I'm going to go around today and talk to a lot of, I suppose, influential people when it comes to road safety. So I really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much indeed.
Hi, I'm Mark Carkeek. I'm the Fleet Manager for South West Water. I have responsibility for in around about 1,000 vans running solely in Devon and Cornwall. We're here today to support the Operation Snap campaign to try and encourage better behaviours on the roads and to reduce the road risk side of things, ensuring that our drivers come home to their loved ones safe and healthy at the end of every shift.
We have got the Lotus Evora right here, and you can see in the rear view mirror, probably can't right now, but we've got the Devon Somerset Fire Rescue's Type R, is that correct? Civic Type R. And yeah, this absolute specimen. We'll see the kind of feedback we get today. Ooh, looks rather cool. Old school MR2. But yeah, we're having a wonderful time today, guys. We're doing a little thing called Project Edward, and hence we are here with this handsome chap here. Obviously, we're going to have to go say hello to the boys. You guys made it here okay? Yeah. Owen, the man they all want to see. Going to tell everyone what's going on in case they didn't get it from me.
Yeah, this is Project Edward and introducing Op Peninsula, which is, well, Project Edward is Every Day Without a Road Death, and it's a European op, that one, but Op Peninsula is part of that. There should be a highways truck somewhere, but I haven't seen it yet. And it's largely where we drive the highways truck around on the motorways and the dual carriageways, where we can see directly into other HGVs and down into cars, and yeah, just deal with stuff that we wouldn't normally see.
What an experience, guys. Came on top of this awesome little fire engine to take a photo of these guys. Big shout out to Project Edward.
I'm Adrian Leask. I am the head of roads policing for Devon and Cornwall and Dorset Police. What we're trying to do is really trying to uplift our road safety provisions, so to really get those key messages out there, to get education into people. What our concern is that this has been framed pretty much at young people, but there are people who've been driving for a number of years. This was a good time to start that up, isn't it? So what we're trying to do is to try and ensure that people get education around how they can improve their behaviour and how they can reduce the risk they pose. We've seen sometimes that people have passed the test 50 years ago and had no further input since.
For sure.
So it's really, what I'm really keen to do is how much education can we get into people, how can we help people become better and safer drivers?
We've seen a real spike in road traffic collisions over the last 6 to 8 weeks. And frankly, that's really unacceptable. Those road traffic collisions and fatalities is down to human error. I'm really pleased to say that I've been working with Inspector Ollie Taylor.
Other than for me, it is all about decision over consequence. Trouble is people make poor decisions behind the wheel, and the only way we're going to change that is through education. And if that takes one driver at a time, then so be it.
So I'm Tim, I work with the Air Ambulance and one of their critical care doctors. I also work at Darryl for the emergency department, where obviously we see with the major trauma centre for the southwest, and I'm also working at the university where I put together the MSc in pre-hospital critical care with some of our partners from there. I think the key point is everyone here today is a small part of a jigsaw, which together we hope for, we hope saves lives.
Right, Daryl, I don't usually do stuff like this. Budge up, come on, let me in. Right, guys, as you know, I have never previously on my content sat down with someone and pretty much forced him to be on camera. However, this man is 100% worthy of the occasion. Now, I would like you to introduce yourself in a second, but long story short, guys, what we're sat in right here, the Devon Air Ambulance, will give context to this story. Daryl, this is your chance. We have a rather large audience here, and explain a little bit about this and who you are and why we're here.
My name's Daryl Riches, and back in 2002, this air ambulance, along with the police and the fire brigade, saved my life. They got me to hospital, to Royal Devon Exeter Hospital, within the golden hour, which they call the first hour that you can be saved in. And therefore, that's why I'm sat here doing this video with this lovely gentleman.
So we've only just met. Obviously, we were doing a little bit of a shindig, so to speak, with the police and the fire brigade earlier. However, when I came here earlier to see the helicopter, I met yourself and actually got to speak to you in person. Now, guys, we all know the famous character Wolverine, the man that was pretty much injected with adamantium, which made him super strong. Now, I don't usually get to meet superheroes in real life and sort of get to see the aftermath of some of the stories that you hear about in the news and all over social media. Now, although he would have been very humble about it and maybe not gone into a massive amount of detail, the accident that he was in put him in a very bad way, and now, needless to say, his face is how much percentage-wise of titanium?
Fully titanium. Both cheeks, my nose, my chin, and my left eye is held in with mesh.
Don't worry, guys, it's not going around like headbutting people. However, I think it's pretty cool. And to see someone that's been through something so horrendous and as a result is standing here today in good form with a lovely missus behind the camera, this is the reason why. And I just wanted to bring that to attention, let all of you guys know that didn't already know that. These guys do absolute bits. Every single one of the services involved, whether that be the police, the fire service, the Devon Air Ambulance, the NHS, or the ambulance service themselves, are amazing. I just want to give credit where it's due. And yeah, it's lovely to meet you, and hopefully we'll get to
thank you very much.
Converse at some point in the future.
I'd like to say we need to support all of our services, because I wouldn't be here without them.
What an amazing day spent at Exeter Airport. Owen, I owe my gratitude to you because you've seriously linked me up with some amazing people when it comes to road safety. But I've definitely taken some things away from today's filming session. Firstly, one fatal is definitely too many. Education is clearly the way to change driver behaviour, but more importantly, guys, that £2.5 million cost when it comes to an RTC has definitely been explained in a whole new light to myself. I really hope you guys took something away from today's video, and I can't wait to show you some more ST mods in the future, but this road safety thing is really catching my interest. Guys, as always, thank you so much for supporting our endeavours. Like the video if you haven't already. Let us know what you think of Project Edward in the comments section below, and we'll see you in the next video. But for now, I guess GCM, roll that outro. Peace.